Hi everyone, it's Tuesday the 10th of August and welcome to another one of Alan's angling adventures. I'm up the River Adur once again, and today, if you can see by the rods there, you should have guessed it, I'm having a carp session in search of my first river carp. Now I've got 3.5 weeks off work, so this is my first session of my holiday, and I'm going to have a second carp session possibly in a week's time or something like that. We'll see how it goes anyway, but this is the first of 2 carp sessions that I'm having over the next few weeks, so we'll see how we get on. I'm up at Stretham today. Now those of you who watch my videos will know that I fished Stretham, I don't know, what's about 6 videos back, 5 or 6 videos back, and I blanked, but that was further up. Today I'm at the sluice, the second one, by the second gate, about 200 yards up roughly from Stretham Bridge. I'll show you. There's the bridge down there, and I'm about 200 yards up by the fence. I must admit I was surprised when I got here this morning how high it is. I mean, this is a tidal stretch, very much a tidal stretch, and I'm going to be fishing into dark, well certainly till about 9-10 o'clock-ish, something like that. We'll see how it goes. I say it's the tide's coming up now. I think it's high tide somewhere around about 3-ish, half 3, something like that. So it's still got some way to come up, so I'm going to probably be moving my gear back. But there again, I'm not too certain about that, because it's a lot higher than I thought after all that rain we've had. It's actually going through pretty quick. Time wise, it's getting on for 1 o'clock. I've just got my rods set up there. I've just got to put the hair rigs on. Everything else is ready. Landing net. I'll just run you through what baits I'm going to be using. Right, and it's quite a few different varieties of stuff here. I will say before I start, I'm after a carp, a river carp, but I should be quite happy to catch a decent chub or a decent bream. Hence the fact I'm not using massive boilies. I think they're about 16 to 18 mil at the biggest. I'm not using 20 mil. That's all I've got is 16 to 18 mil boilies, and I'll show you exactly what I've got. Right, I've got swim stim carp pellets. I've got those to loose feed in. Yeah, swim stim red krill carp pellets. So that's those. I've got odds and sods left over here. I've got some 14 mil halibut pellets, just a few of those. I might use them, I don't know yet. I've got, this is my main line of attack, monster crab 15 mil boilies. I've got those. I've also got with me monster crab pop-ups, 10 and 15 mil. I've got those. I've also got these pink fluorescent krill pop-ups, 10 and 15 mil. And I've also got what I've had for ages now, some ringers, all sorts pop-ups, different sizes. Got those. I've got some Pacific tuna boilers left over from my last carp session. what else have I got? I've got some sticky baits krill boilers, those 16mm. I've got a few sauce boilies here as well. Here I've got a right selection, and some more krill boilers and monster crab boilers. So I've got loads and loads of stuff, probably too much, but now I know with carp fishing on the rivers there's two things that really are quite important, but I can't do them, which is a bit of a setback to me really. That is pre-baiting. I can't get up here to pre-bait, so I'm going to start putting my bait in a minute. In fact, I should have done it earlier on when I first got here, but I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to pre-bait. I'm going to put some bait in there in a minute. And the other thing is location. I mean, it's going to be very difficult to find any where they are when it's like this, but I just don't have the time to do that. So I'm coming up here a little bit blind really, but I've been talking to a few carp fishermen, and you know, this is supposed to be a decent stretch for carp here. There's also some nice chub here, and some bream as well. So we'll see how we get on. We'll just see how we get on. And I've also got some flavouring as well. Chorus, monster crab, halibut, glug, which I can use. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, we've had a hell of a lot of rain over the last few days, a hell of a lot of rain. And this is the first decent day we've had. So I'm looking forward to this. As I say, I wasn't expecting it to be so high as what it is, but we shall see how it goes. And as I say, I've never caught a river carp yet, and this is my third attempt at it. So I'm gonna have a cup of tea in a minute, and then we're going to get cracking. So a lot of the time with this sort of fishing, obviously I'm going to be sitting here with not really a lot happening, I wouldn't have thought, you know, for quite long periods of time. So I'm not going to keep the camera running too long. So, and anything I catch, as usual, I'll show it to you. Obviously, certainly if I can catch a carp, that'd be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Really look forward to it. I've got me two carp rods here. One is a Fox Warrior. I'm not sure what the other one is. There's no name on it. It's a carp rod I've had for years that somebody gave me many years ago. I've got 12-pound main line, and I've got 12-pound hair rigs. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll catch up with you when I'm fishing. So see you soon. Also, forgot to mention, I've also got, which I've heard is pretty good up here, sweet corn. I've got 2 bags of it. 2 bags of sweet corn, and that'll be loose fed out with some bits of boilies and some pellets and stuff like that. So I've got that. So I've got plenty of gear here, loads of it. So I'm going to start getting some of it out there. I'm not going to put loads of it out there, you know. We'll see how it goes. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be fishing in this slack here, where it comes in this outfall, just here. I'm not going out there in the current or anything, just in here. I put all my bait down here in this entranceway into the mouth where it comes in, and try and entice any fish to come in and take the bait. Fish, you know, that's what my aim is anyway. Right, we'll get some bait out there. See how it goes. Just give you a closer shot of where I'm going to be fishing. Just down here, just in the mouth. It's awkward to tell because the water's up so high and it's still coming up, which I'm going to have to move back in a minute. I hope it ain't going to come up much further than this, otherwise I'm going to struggle a bit. But that's where I'm going to be fishing here. As I speak, the fish has just jumped. Right, I think I'm going to get my gear out there. Just here and out there by the mouth. Right, let's get cracking. Well, I've got both of these up there now, so I've got a string of corn, and left hand rod, and I've got oily with a pop up on the right hand rod. We'll just see how it goes. That water's still coming up. I'm hoping it ain't going to come up much higher. Still, let's have a cup of tea. So I've been really looking forward to this. So I'm going to have another session, another week or two's time. Not here, somewhere else. And so I've had 2 sessions up to now. Those of you that watch my videos, you know I've fished up twice, I've blanked twice, never had a bite. We'll see how it goes on this one. This is, this is definitely a tidal stretch, this is. But I've looked at this place a few times, and I like the look of this actual peg, where it actually comes in here, away from the main current. The last 2 sessions I've had, got something half decent right near the end. We'll see if that happens again today, I hope not. I've seen a couple of fish jumping, don't know what they were, but decent size out there. Well, nothing yet. Another angler's just turned up, just been having a good old chat with him. He's going to be fishing just the other side, or just up a little bit in the slack a little bit later. He's setting up down by the first fence for a while, and then he's going to come up a little bit later. But nothing at the moment. I'm going to have a recast. And so conditions are really good, apart from the fact that it's high pressure's building now, which is a bit of a, you know, but I still think we've got a great chance of catching something. Entirely different than what I'm used to. I'm always used to doing something, but with this, of course, you're just sitting here a lot of the time, watching the world go by. But it's lovely, really. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. I'm going to get the rods both in and put a fresh bit of bait on there and recast out. I'll catch up with you soon. I've been speaking to another chap. He's come up here to do a bit of fishing, a bit of perch fishing or a bit of pike fishing. And he said he's only just been watching one of my YouTube videos. It's always nice to hear. Just really hope I can catch something tonight. Staying here till about 9-10 o'clock-ish, something like that. Just into dark. I think the latest I've ever stayed on this river is about 7:30. That was one of my carp sessions. But this time I'm planning on staying a bit later than that. The tide's reached its peak now. It's more or less stayed at the same height about the last half hour, 45 minutes. It hasn't come up yet. Just hoping that those fish come in here to feed. So I'm hoping to have another 2 or 3 sessions over the next 2 or 3 weeks. I won't go back to work till the 2nd of September. next session will probably be a carp session. And then after that, they'll be back on the old float or feeder. I don't think the other angler's had anything yet. He's been fishing for about an hour. He hasn't had nothing yet, so I've just had a little chat with the angler who's fishing for perch and pike. He hasn't had nothing. He's just gone back down the river and he's going to have a go further down. I'll just give you a shot, closer shot of exactly where we're thinking and my theory, my idea. So that's where I'm fishing. I've got two of them out here. You've got the main flow of the river, the main current out there, and bear in mind that this is a lot higher than it normally is. But here you've got this slack, and my thinking is I've fed all this area here, out here, and hoping that the carp come into this bit off of the main, because I think they're more likely to be in the margins, patrolling the margins rather than out there in the main flow of the river. That's my theory, that's my idea. But I'll say up to now, absolute zilch. But maybe as that sun goes down, we may get some action. But I just hope if I do get an opportunity, I don't waste it, because you're not going to get many if you get any. I've got a 2-ounce lead on there. I mean, I've been told that that's another decent spot out there where all those reeds are, but I don't think my 2-ounce lead would hold bottom out there. It's really running through pretty fast. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it really is. It's like an express train. I always knew it was going to be like this. It wasn't going to be fish, you know, bite as soon as you put it out there or within the first hour or two. Especially on a bright summer's day like this, you know. Still the same setup, as I say. I've got the boilie and the prop up on the left hand rod and a string of corn on this near rod here, just to have something different on both rods. The other chap hasn't caught either. He hasn't caught nothing yet. Right, I'll switch off and I'll get back to you a little bit later. Bite on the left hand rod. It wasn't a run, but it was a bite. The rod's gone like that, but it wasn't on there when I struck into it. I should have left it. And let it develop. But that's encouraging. It shows there's fish down there now. So I did have a little tap about 15 minutes ago. This was a much better bite. There must have been something, you know, not too bad, because these are, you know, thick old rods, heavy old rods, and it did, you know, bend it a bit. It didn't take off. It's on the boilie. This gave me some hope. Well, it's on past 6 now. Still nothing. I'm not sure whether the other chap's packing up or whether he's coming along here. He hasn't had anything. Not as far as I know. He might have done. I haven't seen him catch anything. Pinning my hopes on when starts to, you know, once that sun goes down. Yeah, so as I say, it's up past 6, and can't really do a lot more, to be honest with you. Just hasn't been, apart from the one bite on this left-hand rod. That's all I've had. So I wish I'd left it. I wish I'd let it develop. It was a decent bite. I've got the drag set on both rods, so I just can take it right. Had a couple of canoeists come down past here just now. Now it looks like he's coming along here. He said he was going to give it a go along there. Soldier on and just hope. I say that water's taken quite a while to drop today. Any luck?
Nah. But it's getting more difficult at that side.
Yeah.
He's still, I mean, if you hooked one in this, I don't know how we're going to get it out. We really, difficult.
Yeah. You had any bites at all?
No, I mean, if you had a bite, you'd know all about it. Just completely scream off.
Yeah, I did have a bite on this left-hand rod.
Right on the corn, yeah?
Hey?
Is that on the corn?
No, it wasn't. It was on the boilie and the
Right.
popper, but it looked to me like a breamy or
Yeah,
chub
that
bite.
was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't carp.
No.
That was about an hour and a half ago, but since then nothing.
I think the level's dropping though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dropping slowly. It's slow though, isn't it?
Yes, some bit more.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can drop in that slack bit.
Yeah, okay, mate.
Alright.
Yeah. Right, I'll get back to you if anything happens. What I might do, give it another 15-20 minutes where I am now. If I haven't had any luck there in the next 20 minutes, there's a crease out there, and what I'm thinking of doing is just casting this side of the crease. I don't know if you can pick it up. I'll see if I can pick it up. Just up there is a crease, just where the slack, between the slack where it comes in and where the current is. I think I might put them out there. I'll give it another 20 minutes where we are now, which is still down here. And if nothing happens then that's what I think we'll do. Right, it's 20 to 8 now. That wind that we had has dropped, virtually dropped right down. Just rebaited both rods again. Put some more loose feed out there. Had a little tap on the left hand rod, but still nothing else. Apart from that one bite I had about 4:30 this afternoon. That was, you know. And the other chap, he's moved up there. He still hasn't had anything either. I think we're getting to that time now where, you know, could start seeing some action. That's what I'm hoping. You know, bream, chub, anything now. It's not just carp I want, it's any of it really. Just to catch something. But I know that's the nature of this sort of fishing. You know, it certainly is beautiful, beautiful evening fishing. It really is. Saw a decent fish jump over the far side there about half hour ago. I don't know what it was, whether it was a carp or a chub. I don't know. Right over the far side it was. So if I don't catch anything, I'm not gonna let it stop me from still having another go. If you don't have a go at it, then you know you're never going to catch one. So at any time, any one of these rods, the line could scream off. You know. So what is it today? It's Tuesday today. I'm not sure when I'm going next yet. I might go at the end of this week, or I might go early next week. I know having 2 carp sessions in a row, I'm in real danger of blanking 2 sessions in a row. I know it's not great, you know, if you're videoing it, you know, there's not really a lot to see, to be honest, but that's what fishing is. Those of you that fish and carp fish, you know that that's always a real possibility, especially on the river. A beautiful August evening on the River Adur, searching for my first river carp. My 3rd attempt. So far, nothing. That sun's getting lower and lower now. Just had a tap on the left hand rod again on this one. Just a tap. And a few splashes. I mean, this is the time now. You know, it feels right, it looks right. That sun's going behind the clouds as it starts to set. I say it won't, if I did happen to get a carp on, it won't be easy to get it in with this excess water, you know, down there. Could be a bit tricky, but let's see if I get the chance. Do you know, part of me thinks that if I had my feeder rod out there with maggots and bread and stuff like that, like I normally do, I reckon this could be brilliant now. But you know, that's not what I'm here for today, so I can't help thinking about it. There's fish feeding down there now, bubbles, fish topping. In fact, there's quite a bit of movement down there now. And temperatures are starting to drop and all of a sudden. So I've got a boilie and a prop up on both rods. Not using corn now. Certainly, you know, there's plenty of bait down there, pellets and crushed boilies, sweet corn. Anyway, I'll get back to you if anything happens. And another tap on the left hand rod again. There's definitely fish down there. Let's see what the time is. Minutes past 8. Those temperatures are really dropping now. So I'm not sure when I'm going again yet. May well go. What's the day? Tuesday. I may well go again at the end of the week, or Sunday, or early next week. We'll see. not too sure yet about whether I'm going to have the next session as a carp session or not. I don't think I could stomach 2 sessions in a row blanking. Well, that's the worry of it, you know. Well, not worry, but concern of it. I may go back on the feeder, have another feeder session next time, and then have a carp session after that, but we'll see. Still, it's a beautiful evening anyway, absolutely gorgeous evening for fishing. Yeah, still a chance, still a chance. It's 25 to 9. Nothing to report. Probably going to give it till 9:30, so another hour. Said earlier, surprising how those temperatures drop. You know, this time, even this time of year in August, it's quite chilly now. Not a thing, nothing. Just one proper bite and that's it. And a few taps. So I really admire these river carp fishermen that catch, you know, because they really, you know, I really do admire them. I think it's a real achievement. You know, you can really be quite proud of yourself, really. I think you can, to catch river carp, especially if you catch them consistently, because it's not, you know, it's who knows, if I stayed here all night into the early hours of them, into first light or something or other, you know, maybe I would catch something, but I'm not doing that. Not when I've got to cycle home. There we go. Tap on the left hand rod then, that was a bite. Don't think the camera would have picked it up, certainly not from where it is. It was like this. Like that. There we go, it's doing it again. See if I can pick it up. There we go. Certainly something feeding on it. This left hand rod. I think it might still be there. Well, it's It's 10 to 9 now. I've just had a chat with the other angler that was up here. He's just packed up and he's just gone now. He's just literally just gone. He hasn't had nothing. And like me, he had a few taps and that was about it really. I'm probably going to stay another half an hour. I'm going to stay another half an hour and just see another half an hour, and you know, it's absolutely, you know, it really is nice now, beautiful. That wind's dropped right down, but the actual levels of the water haven't really dropped a great deal, to be honest with you. They haven't. It's still way up, higher than what it should be. It's only dropping very slow. As I say, it's running through like a tank, like a fast train out in the middle. You wouldn't think that the carp would be out there anyway. You'd think that they would be in the slacks or in the creases. I don't know how the camera's picking this up in this light now. I probably shan't bother to recast anymore, because the bait's always on there, so I should just leave it now for the next 20-25 minutes. So I've got my big torch with me, so which throws out a lot of light, so I can, you know, quite easily stay here. As I say, I'm going to give it another 20 minutes. I think that will be it. So, another tap up for you in a minute, rod. And this is what it's been like. But no actual proper bites. Apart from that one I had, as I say, about half four this afternoon. Every time I get a tap on there, I switch the camera back on in the hope that something's going to happen. And when I switch the camera back on, it stops. There we go again. There we go again. Oh, if that line's screamed off now, oh, my heart would be in my mouth, I think. As I say, if I got one on there, it would be tricky getting it in, because as I say, it's running through like an express train, and it's bound to make over towards those reeds over the far side. There's quite a few snags out there that it could go for, that it would run for. But you'd think that now is the perfect time now for those bream to even move in on all the bait I've put out there, all the loose feed. Another little touch, another tap, or a couple of taps on this left hand rod, this one here, the nearest one again. time wise, it's nearly 9:05. I don't know how the camera's picking the rods out. It's all a bit trial and error this for me. Oh, what the hell that is. What the? Brilliant though fishing this time of the evening. It really, you know, even though I haven't caught nothing, it just looks like the rods could go at any time. Well, it's just gone 9:10 now. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes. And then I must pack up. I say I don't know. No idea how the camera's picking this out with this torchlight and whatever, but not getting any taps now at all. Just heard an owl hooting about 5 minutes ago, somewhere over in the distance. Well, I think I'm gonna pack up. I know I could stay here, but I've got to cycle back from here. Doesn't appear to be anything happening at all. Yeah, I'm gonna pack up, I think. Yeah, so I'm afraid it's a blank. Whether you can see me at all. It's a blank, I'm afraid. But I've enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it. thoroughly enjoyed it, but it's not to be. So there's always next time. There's always next time, and hopefully next time we can winkle something out. I think what I'm going to do now is bring one rod in and just leave the other one out there while I'm packing this one away. So unless anything else happens, thank you very much for watching. I don't know if you can pick me up in this light, I really don't know. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.